All right, think about that for a second. Wolf. Wolf Blitzer. Where do these names come from? Okay, not from most popular baby names list, that's for sure. Now, in a list released by Baby Center LLC and based on Social Security records, here's the top names for newborn girls these days. Okay, Emily, Madison, Haley, Caitlin, Hannah, Sarah, Brianna, Ashley, Alexis, and Abigail. And for boys, it's really back to the Bible for inspiration. Jacob, Michael, Matthew, Joshua, Nicholas, Christopher, Joseph, Ethan, Andrew, and Daniel. Well, joining us now from New York to talk about the trends, author Pamela Redmond Satran. Her latest book on branding kids is called Cool Names for Babies. The book comes out in August. All right, good to have you with us today.
Thank you.
All right, let's talk about these names. Let's go back to these, the names that are moving up, okay? We have a graphic we've sort of put together here. Faith, Sophia, Isabella, Gavin, Dominic, Braden. Why are these names that are hip right now?
Well, in Cool Names, we call these the Bobo names, and these are bourgeois bohemian names that people who used to be known as yuppies favor these days. A lot of them are ethnic names that harken back to grandparents, and people are looking for names from their families, names that have meaning, and names that have history.
You mentioned Bobo. There's a book out about the Bobos. I remember that. It was a top seller.
Right.
All right. So if you name your child one of these hip names, does it affect them as they grow up? Do they have more confidence? Do they feel more secure?
Well, I think that kids do like having popular names. Kids do like being like everybody else. But these days, being like everybody else sometimes means having an unusual name. And parents who grew up feeling sorry for the kid who had the weird name, I think don't need to feel sorry for that kid anymore or worry about giving their child an unusual name, because that's something that's more and more common and kids are more and more comfortable with.
So parents shouldn't be worried about naming their child an unusual name and worry about them getting beat up or teased. It's a good thing, inevitably?
Well, I don't think that as much teasing goes on these days beyond the obvious names that I think any parent can anticipate a child being teased for. I don't think kids get teased for having unusual names or ethnic names or old-fashioned names, even girls with boys' names. Those kinds of things are much more unusual, and I think kids appreciate the unique name.
All right, Pamela, let's talk about the names that are moving out. Samantha, Dylan, Jasmine, Anthony, those are on the out list. Why?
Right. It's, you know, there inevitably, as names move up, they move down, and it's happening faster and faster these days. A name that gets overused very quickly, parents don't want to use anymore. It seems like a lot of parents these days have a horror of giving their child a common name, and that's why we really wrote Cool Names, and our other book, Beyond Jennifer and Jason, also is about this whole trend away from trendy names.
Okay, you mentioned these cool baby names in your new book. Callista, Haley, Liam, Monet, Raphael, Toulouse.
Right.
And it goes on. How did you decide that these were the cool names? How did you pick these?
Well, there are thousands of cool names, but the cult of the celebrity has really influenced parents to look not only to celebrity names like, say, Taya Leone's name, but, you know, an artist name like Toulouse, a hero name. I've heard a lot of Clintons lately.
Ooh.
And, you know, I think parents want to find names that mean something to them, to their families, about their ethnic heritage, something they love, even place names, you know, the place you had your honeymoon, your favorite place in the world, the place your ancestors came from. Those kind of names are really popular.
All right, so do you think you can name your child what you want them to be? So if you name your child Toulouse, can you make sure they're going to be a great artist? Or if you name them Halle Berry, will be the absolute beautiful actress?
I think a lot of parents have that wish. Whether the wish comes true, I'm not sure. I think a name might influence a child, but I don't think a name is everything. It's important, but it's not the only thing that's important. I think it's more important to be a loving, kind parent.
All right, author Pamela Redmond Satran. The book is Branding, or Cool Names for Babies. Now, when is this? It's coming out in August, right?
That's coming out in August, right? This is our 8th baby naming book.
All right, so what do you think of the name Vicky?
You know, I actually have always loved the name Vicky, and it's not particularly trendy, and I think that classic names like Victoria are always a good choice.
Very good. I just had to ask you, and Judy Woodruff, how about that name?
Well, you know, Judy is a name that was really popular when I was growing up, and I think that biblical names for boys have been coming back And the few biblical choices for girls like Judith, I think, are also due for a revival.
Pamela, thank you. Vicki is my producer, our new producer. She's staying on with us. She's very creative. And, of course, we're going on to Judy Woodruff now. Pamela, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey, Judy, that's not a bad intro. She loves your name.
But, yeah, but you didn't ask her about Kira. We need to know whether this one is coming in again or not.
Oh, I'm going to stick with you, Judy.
I'm sticking with you, too. Kira, thanks a lot. We'll see you tomorrow.